All right, family. You live with the general. You already know what time it is, man. We got number five for you over here. You hear what I'm saying? Now we're gonna be talking about old Pope Leo. Do you hear what I just said? Old Pope Leo apologizes for the Catholic Church's role in slavery. But now that you didn't apologize, show up with that bag. Because this is another reason why we got to get on. Don't just show up with no apology. You built the Catholic Church on slavery. You see, y'all built the Catholic Church on slavery. It's time to come up off that bag. And that's what's wrong with it. You know, everybody want to apologize. Oh, yeah. Yeah, nigga, not going down there to the Vatican Bank and sign out them dollars. You see, get them dollars, and reparations, that's what's in place when you do things like that. That's what happens. You got that, just like y'all got them, y'all did what y'all did with them children up in the Catholic Church. You got to come out that don't, but what else is you gonna do? You damage people's lives, and and you think you just can get away with it? Just an apology? Oh, yeah. We done took you from your motherland. We done sold you. We done put y'all in a predicament of totally dehumanization, and then all you gonna do is apologize. Now, Pope Leo. Now they say you got some, they say Pope Leo got some nigga in him. I wouldn't give a damn. You see, I wouldn't give a damn. You can't come send no half bread nigga to come say, oh, I apologize. No, that's what they did with Obama. Come in with some half bread ass nigga, knowing he ain't gonna do. Go in there and he black, and let him go in there and pretend like he black. And so when he don't give you shit, then you can say, oh well, even your own people didn't do nothing for you. You see what I'm saying? So I don't give a damn what they say about Pope Leo. He know what the Catholic Church is responsible for doing. You see, on a whole lot of levels. You see, when you get to talking about them damn Romans, you see what I'm saying? Pillaged and plundered, and they just handed the baton off. The Catholic Church only picked up once the fall of the Caesars in Rome. That, in matter of fact, yeah, they and really they didn't pop off into the 1400s anyway. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much the church was over there in Constantinople, but nevertheless, they know what they was doing to our people, and they was the ones that authorized the Spaniards, the Portuguese, because they was Catholic nations. You see, they was Catholic and gave them the authority, gave them permission, and the church got taxes off of each slave that the Spanish, the Portuguese brought to the Americas. The church got a tax on every head. They got like 25 cents. Back then, that's like that's major dough. You see what I'm saying? That's major dough. So they most definitely got paper, big paper. The French Catholics, they got money off the French. They got money off the Spanish. They got motherfucking money off the Portuguese. You see what I'm saying? Now the English was Protestant, so they didn't get no money from them. But nevertheless, most definitely from the French, from the Portuguese, from the fucking Spanish, all of them is Catholic nations. So they got major dough, and so it's time to come on in. You see, but they would. Oh, I mean, you talking about devastation. You talking about devastation, even not only, but even the colonization in Africa. You know what I'm saying? You got that wicked ass Pope who blessed the bombs. Who was it? The bombs of Italy? I believe it was Italy, or was it Rome? Or was it Hitler? I believe it was either Hitler but he blessed the damn bombs. Matter of fact, I believe it was Italy. Yeah, it was Italy. He blessed the bombs that they dropped on Ethiopia. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all wicked. Man, the Catholic Church is a wicked institution, man. Real talk. You wouldn't even believe this was an institution that's, supposedly founded on the on faith of God and shit. That's why you had to, when you look at you see that gonna lead you to what type of God it is. You see what I'm saying? Because God, the God of the Bible, was just as just as destructive and just as racist and brutal. Yeah, man, the God of the Bible was very brutal. And so when you look in there and you see all the shit that He ordains, the Israelites to all the crimes of humanity that God ordains the Israelite to commit, and then you see these. I mean, you got to understand, birds of a feather flock together, and so the energies attract those type of individuals. You see, this is not something that's just by that they corrupted. Man, the church was corrupted from the very beginning. Islam corrupted from the very goddamn beginning. Ain't no time where it wasn't what it is today. Like I said, when you go through Islam, the first three, man, damn near every caliph of Islam was assassinated. Shit, all the ones that mattered they was assassinated. Okay, from the very first one, Abu Bakr, Umar, Uthman, Ali, and these supposed to been the righteous caliphs, and all the righteous caliphs were assassinated. You see, within the frame of Islam, nobody did. It was the Muslims themselves, and so and the Christians with all these so-called holy wars and shit, crusades and shit and all of that. So yeah, man, so I mean, but you ain't gonna get a dollar out of them. You know what I'm saying? When motherfucker fuck you. When they motherfucker say apologize, fuck you, man. Nobody accepting that lie. You got to do more than that. You can't come after you done benefited and the money that you made, you done flipped it a million times to now where you one of the most powerful institutions on the planet, and that just like a lot of these the British and the French, they done stole all the artifacts and shit. Then they want to apologize for what they did, but you don't want to give back these people they artifacts and say, oh, if we give them back, they won't have, they can't you know, would they take care of them and shit. That's the excuse. They don't have the type of institutions to preserve. It don't make no damn difference. It's they shit. It ain't up to you to make that decision. You see, and so that's why you need. If you can get in there and get your shit, get it. You know what I'm saying? Get your shit. If that's their excuse is that they took your shit, so they could then, man, you got all the right to get your shit back. You can't play with these people about, taking shit from us, man, and that's why I say about even the reparation. Donald Trump is giving back, a reparation to his supporters that stormed the Capitol building. This is but you know what? Like I said, I'm not surprised at all because that's what he's supposed to do. The fact is that y'all think he got a nature to give you something. You understand, knowing that, and once you understand the nature of a thing, and that's what's wrong with y'all. Y'all don't have the capacity to think like that. And that's why I say divinity is everything. Because when you had a divine nature, you tap into frequencies and what in natures that been have been applied by the cosmos. You can't change that. Everything is pre-coded to being what it's supposed to be. But see, y'all into this damn we are the world shit, and y'all can't separate these natures and shit. And so that's what's the problem. And once you understand the nature of a thing, you on your way. You know what it can do and what it can't do. You see, and that's what it is. And to think that this Neanderthal gonna give you something, you in a state of confusion. You in a state of confusion. And so that's all I can tell you. And then a lot of these Negroes is leading our people back down the same old no road that leads to nowhere. You see, the road that leads to nowhere, and you gonna walk that motherfucker, and you gonna damn there. When you get damn near all the way down, and it's never ending. And then when you done walk damn near 10 years of your life, and your hair long and gray, and you say, "Damn, ain't nothing this way," But in your heart, if somebody don't turn you around, you will keep thinking, "Well, maybe it is," and you will spend the rest of your life going down a road that lead to nowhere. You see what I'm saying? And all you had to do is just wake up and recognize this, the reality and the nature of a thing for what it is. So Pope Leo, man, you just as fraudulent as Trump. You know what I'm saying? You trying to get some recruits or something, man, or get a cookie or something. You know what I'm saying? Dang, the Catholic Church is over, man. Straight up, ain't no more popes that the world going. They ain't no more popes. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in it, but y'all ain't got no more juice. Pope John Paul, the whatever his name, that was the last one that tried to save y'all, but couldn't save you because he was they got shit on his ass, you know what I'm saying? But he was like more than the last three that came after him. You know what I'm saying? So y'all ain't nothing that the Catholic Church is on his deathbed. They don't even sing in Latin no more. The goddamn Catholic churches in Detroit start singing Baptist songs and shit. You know what I'm saying? You can't keep that shit going. Y'all in there talking, oh, man, what is you doing, man? That shit sound like the Exorcist and shit. You know what I'm saying? Every time they get to doing that shit, I'm like, man, what the fuck? Ain't that the music? I mean, what they do on the Exorcist and shit? You know what I'm saying? No, man, I ain't, I don't want to hear all that. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to hear none of that. But anyway, family, old Pope Leo coming in here from pump faking, talking about he apologized for it. Well, come on with the bag, man. That's all we want to know, man. Saw some damn reparation checks. Y'all done fucked with so many people you couldn't even consider that. You understand what I'm saying? It's impossible for the caveat. If that's the case, you know what I'm saying? Y'all, man, y'all ain't got enough money to even begin to send out checks for all the people that y'all fucked over. But anyway, family, I appreciate y'all being here with the general. You feel me? And we most definitely gonna tap back in. That's right. Doctrine of discovery is a paper bull that supposedly gives the right to all. That's right. That's right. But that's what you got to make your papal bull. You understand what I'm saying? Put your foot up in his ass and take it back. But anyway, family, I'll see y'all in a minute. Make sure y'all get over to Patreon, click the link, and become a patron, get access to a lot of fire videos. Get a video a thumbs up, like it because you love it. Make sure you comment and hit that subscribe button. See y'all in a minute. Black Power.